having an amazing time. I am so honored to be here with you. Let's get the dirty work over with. My name is Heather Bock, and we're going to talk about how our thoughts shape our business, and we're going to specifically talk about Essential Rewards. So, Young Living called me and said, Heather, do you want to speak at Sober Retreat? I said, yeah, of course I do. And they said, well, we want you to talk about Essential Rewards. I said, are you sure I'm your girl? They said, yes. You have a pretty stellar ER rate. I'm going to tell you guys, I didn't know that because I don't compare ours to other organizations. I keep my head down, and I follow what makes me feel like a crappy leader. Because it doesn't serve me to compare myself with other diamonds or other people in general. So I didn't have any idea that we had a great ER rate, and I've actually sworn my husband to secrecy to not tell me. So I had to go in deep and kind of think about what our team does that's really working, that contributes to a great Essential Rewards rate. So that's what I put together for you today. You ready? Okay, but first, I may owe you a thank you. How many of you were at the convention this year? Okay, another question. How many of you, this is your first official Young Living event? Okay, hang on tight because it gets better. It gets better and better and better because Young Living raises the bar for us all the time. You buckle up. I'm really excited for you guys. But for those of you who are at a convention, it's possible you witnessed me facing one of my greatest fears. Seeing a urinal. More specifically, a man at a urinal. Let me explain. I was mic'd up and ready to go, ready to speak, and I realized there's that place where I could hold it, but in an hour I'd be uncomfortable. So I snuck out of the room and I see this line of 45 or 50 women, of course, sticking out of the bathroom, and I thought, okay, is this gonna work? You're just gonna hold it, you're just gonna hold it, it's gonna be okay, you're just gonna hold it. And the lady at the back of the line turns around and she says, you're Heather Bock, right? And I said, yes. And she said, you're speaking, yeah, right? Yes. And you need to use the bathroom? Yes. She said, well, just cut mine. No! I said, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not that person. I'm not that leader. That's how rumors get started. Then there are all those ladies in the line are going to say, well, Heather Bock cut me off, but she thinks she's so important being RCD. She cut mine in front of me. And then the rumors grow, and people are going to say, well, Heather Bock enrolled all of her animals and made one of her chickens a silver. Rumors grow. Yeah. Right at that moment, in walks Todd Walker. Where are you, Todd Walker? Todd Walker walks by me. Here's my Todd Walker impression. Ready? Heather, you need to go to the bathroom? I said, yes. He said, go to the men's. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. He's like, do you have to go or not? There's not even a line. I said, okay, Todd, but you have to walk me in there. He said, okay, I'll do that. So, I basically glued my eyes to the back of his suit jacket. I go in, he deposits me in a stall. I inspect the toilet to make sure there's not like, a drink caddy or wing sauce on it or something. We don't know what's in there, guys. Todd says to the door, Heather, when you come out, go straight and veer right. There's a sink to wash your hands. I said, okay, thank you. I do my business, and I come out, and he's standing there, but what Todd didn't tell me is that my peripheral are all the urinals over here on the left. And I go to put my face behind his back again, and he said, you want to go wash your hands? No, I don't want to wash my hands. I'd rather lick my hands than stay in here another second longer. So we get out, and there's a group of women who start laughing and laughing. And he said, well, after I left you in there, I came out, and this line of women witnessed the whole thing, and they said, you can't leave her in there. So, if you were in that line of women, thank you. All right, I know we love to pick each other apart. We love to analyze what our personalities are. So I'm going to just lay it out for you, and then when you get home, you can do all these tests, and you can decide whether or not I was lying. All right, do I have a screen? All right, so my color personalities are red, green, yellow, and blue in pretty equal amounts. I'm a type A. On the Enneagram, I'm a 173. On the Myers-Briggs, I'm an ESTP. On the Big Five, I'm 65% extrovert. My sign is Leo. My spirit animals are a lion, a horse, and a scorpion. I like my coffee like my husband, half sweet, extra hot. And my Patronus is Yoda.
It's Yoda.
If you're still with me, you're my people. Okay, so the first mindset I want to address is a mindset of abundance. And the first time this hit me, which is how God has to hit me, like God doesn't like gently give me lessons, like He has to bowl me over, was just a few weeks after I had enrolled in Young Living. And I was able to have my upline over to my home, and we're standing in my backyard talking about this project I would love to get done. And she said, well, are you going to do it this way or this way? And I said, you know what? I had that priced out, but it's a $17,000 project, so it's not going to happen. She looked at me, bold as brass, and said, you have limiting ideas about money. What she said? Limiting ideas about money. I don't even know the words that are coming out of her mouth. Well, I loved her, so I didn't hit her or anything. And I thought, like, what does she mean by that? Like, I know exactly how much my husband makes, and it's never going to be more than me. What is she limiting ideas about money? What is she calling me something? What is she calling me? What is she calling me? What does that mean? I got up in the middle of the night, and I went to Google. And I Googled limited ideas about money. And you guys, it's like Googling your symptoms when you don't feel well. So John, I don't know how to tell you this, but I have limited beliefs about money. I have something. It's like finding your diagnosis. So I started on this path of realizing that everything I believed about money was from people who had sick and limited beliefs about money. So raise your hand if you heard this growing up. Money doesn't grow on trees. I'm not made of money. We don't have enough money. That costs too much money. So let me ask you this. Did that help you? Did it help you in your adult life? No. You probably thought, oh, here's my first $5. You didn't think, you know what? Dad said money didn't grow on trees, so I'm going to tuck it away. You're like, holy crap. Money doesn't grow on trees. I better go spin this while I got it. I realized that my limited belief was limiting the way I was sharing, because I would project judgment onto people. Maybe they can't afford it. I know her husband works for the state. They don't have a lot of money. Maybe they can't afford it. I made a small list of some of the thought processes that happen when you have a limited rather than abundance mindset. If you would like pages 1 through 178, let me know. I'll let you read for a second. I'm just kidding, you don't have to read it. But these are real things I wrote down. When you believe that your ability to make money, cycle money, give money, push money is limited, you will automatically reject it from coming to you. When you have a limited belief about money, you do not share the value of things that cost other people money because you're afraid of what they're going to say. By show of hands, be honest, and I have a really high BS meter, so I'm going to know if you're lying to me. By a show of hands, how many of you have been petrified of sharing Essential Rewards because you don't want to say $50 a month? Okay, you all have limited beliefs about money. If that person has access to the internet or to a car, they can find $50 a month. If I don't care how much their paycheck is, the average person spends more than $300 a month on personal care, cleaning, and supplements, do they not? So let me ask you guys a question. Do you love your Essential Rewards points? You love them, right? You love them, you look at them, I dream about them. Speaking of drinks, has anybody else been lusty pretending that these are full of Idaho Blue Spruce? Your limited mindset might stop you from sharing that $300 a month is a minimum spending we should be setting for our teams. Because replacement buying is powerful. It is powerful. And if you lack that belief deep inside of yourself that value is not judged by money, let me tell you what value is. Value is only really judged by the things you cannot replace. You cannot replace your loved ones, and you cannot replace your time. Everything else, there's an abundance in the universe. There's an abundance of money. Mary Ann says it all the time. It's on the table. You have to get it. We're not communicating clearly with our teams if we think they're limited in funds. They're not limited in funds. You're limited in the passion and the conviction to get out of your head. Forget what your dad taught you. By the way, those of you whose dad said money doesn't grow on trees, he's never been to a lavender field because I'll show you where money grows. So why do we get stuck? Have you guys heard of stuck syndrome? I hope not. We get stuck. I'm gonna swing back around here. Lynn, is Lynn in the room? Lynn, I have to talk to you. She was phenomenal. Here's why we get stuck. I want you to imagine your path with Young Living. You know those, what do you call them? Get some push rates. No, okay, like the walkways at the airport. Okay? Yes, the moving walkways. And you feel like Superman. You're like, man, I would be a professional walker. Like, I got this. And then you get off and you're like, oh gosh, the ground feels so different. Okay? Your path on your living is like one of those walkways, but it's made out of a material that's more like a trampoline. This is why you get stuck. On a trampoline, you keep your energy going. You keep your energy going. Every step creates buoyancy for the next step. And the next step. You get stuck because you stop moving. That's the only reason we get stuck. There's no such thing as you like falling into a dark hole. You stopped. Wow, she's a really hard pill to swallow. You stopped. What happens when you stop on a trampoline? You sink. And that first push is a little harder, isn't it? Whereas if you just keep going, it's buoyant and it's easier. How an abundance mindset increases your Essential Rewards, a higher perceived value. The way your team perceives the value of product is the stability of your organization. A higher perceived value leads to dreaming. Because when you talk about products like they are life-giving, other people want that life-giving, they'll start dreaming. How many of you, especially when you first started, would put thousands of dollars worth of products into your cart, and then the day before it processed, you're like, delete. But that dreaming, that's what we want for our people. We want them to say, you know what? When I can, I'm going to have this for my family, and this for my family, and this for my family. So they start making lists. They start making lists in their heads. Eventually, those lists leads to orders. Orders leads to loyal members, and your loyal members are your next business builder. Your next silver under you might be somebody who's on Century Rewards right now, and they've never enrolled anybody. People on Century Rewards are more likely to share their products. You know why? They've already met the minimum to receive their compensation, right? People on Century Rewards are already in love with the product. So we got to get them there first. This is why I wanted to thank Lynn. Not enough leaders are talking about Rising Star Team Bonus. Rising Star Team Bonus shows stability in your organization. You guys, I was not an overnight success at all. I had 0 social media following. I had 87 Facebook friends when we started. I taught class after class after class after class. I have had more no-shows than most of you have had classes. Lots of classes. Rising Star Team Bonus is this little magic pill nobody's talking about. Let's talk about why. How many why does Rising Star Team Bonus? Okay, so what does that make? Structure, setting them up for Roy Crown. What do you have to have? What's a qualification to receive all of Rising Star Team Bonus? What's a qualification across the top? What do they have to do?
Your PB.
Somebody over here said it. They have to be on ER. So what does that mean? That means you look at your team and you find that person and you start teaching them Rising Star. I teach Rising Star before I teach Silver. Because what that does is it turns their hearts to their team. Not just building 2 legs. It turns their hearts to their team. Let me help you. So step 1 is helping them understand why they need to be on Century Rewards and start sharing. And then you've got your second person, why they need to be on Century Rewards and start sharing. And you move down to your 7. Then you have stability. Hopefully, in that time, as you're moving wide across your 7, you've identified your 2 who are most on fire, and hopefully, at that point, they don't need you very much anymore. Century Rewards needs to be the most praised behavior in your team if you want to increase your percentage. I praise somebody getting on a Century Rewards more than I praise them getting started or sharing their oils. And I have never once used the terminology, I sold a kit. I don't sell kits, I help people become members. Because their membership is powerful to them. Somebody can sell me anything. They can sell me a car, they can sell me an orange. This lifestyle is not a sale. It is a community that's going to pierce their soul and change their life. I don't say sold a kid. So to do this, we're going to Beyonce that. Did you know that Beyonce is now a verb? Just like Google is a verb? Every educational opportunity needs to have Century Rewards and a focus. The lifestyle needs no product behind. There's only 2 products I haven't used. That's because they're for men. Every follow-up is ER focused. Every class into some type of a savings breakdown, a promo explanation, a praise behavior about Century Rewards. Welcome, so those of you who have Facebook groups for your education, welcome your people with an ER goal. Hey, Heather Brock, welcome to our group. We'd love to give you some ideas on replacement buying to help you get your Essential Rewards started. Maybe they're not on the air yet, but they'll go, what?
That was brilliant.
Congratulate them when they join Essential Rewards. When you have team activities or contests, make it ER centered. Post a picture, share with us. Share the promo you get, because you got to that 300 mark until you got your promo. Share an oil or a product that you love that you got as a promo. You would maybe not have ordered on your own, but now you can't live without it. It's planting those seeds constantly. Train your team to praise ER members as the elite and desirable club without ostracizing the other members. Your Essential Rewards members are the cool kids. We've got to make it that way. And hitch the wagons in your organization to energy. For us personally, when people start with us, we encourage them to not create their own Facebook groups until there's enough activity, enough members to create activity every day. How many of you have seen some of your people start a Facebook group with 5, 6, 7 people? It's like suicide. If there's not activity every single day, guess what Facebook does? They hide it, right? The member doesn't see it, they don't engage, so how are you going to Beyonce that behavior if there's no energy in that way? So this is where you hitch your wagons to energy. So you plug your people into, and not all of you, because most of you are silvers or above, and so you already have enough energy. I'm sharing for your downlines. Most of your downlines need to hitch their wagon to your group until they're like, okay, you know what, I've got 150 members now. I think that would be enough energy to start my own group. You understand what I'm saying? No?
A lot.
Sorry, it's a joke. Value the product first. In spite of the fact that your personal brand is important, your personal brand is a prospecting tool. The product is your business. Your personal brand is, it says the tone, it says the energy, it says the culture of your team. But if your members do not love the product before you, you are hinging a business on the opinions of others on you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are not your business. How many of you watch Shark Tank? You ever watch Shark Tank? I don't have TV, but when I'm in a hotel, success includes, and most successful people don't watch TV, I'm just saying. When I'm in a hotel though, I love to watch Shark Tank, but my favorite show is Swamp People. I just can't get enough of that. You don't want your team and your business to be hinged on their opinions of you. You guys, people go crazy. People get weird. People will have an amazing testimony and they'll start making money, and then when they'll say, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. What? You want their personal love for the product to take over to where even if you were the one that went crazy, they're like, I don't even know what's happening with Heather, but I'm on my train. Here's why. We can advocate authority and decisions, but we cannot advocate responsibility. The person who has the consequences, you cannot give away consequences. So the person making the choices is the person with the consequences. That's why our team gets to love the product first, not me. Display your personal desperation for the product. I really need some cheerleading. You guys, I'm turning into an alligator every day. It's out of stock. Slowly. I'm going to show up at convention. Cheerleading. I'm going to tell you a true story. When we first started, my husband said, okay, this is fine. I like the oils. Let's be healthy, whatever. But it can't cost us money outside of our regular grocery budget. I said, okay, I'll do it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, I don't know why I just told him that, but I'm gonna do it. So I went into the garage to his tool chest, and I picked up everything he had two of. I said, we have 2 drills. Do you need this drill? No? Okay. How about this? How about this? Oh, this power tool. Can I sell this for $10 on Craigslist? Do you guys know I sold my household cleaners in a bucket for $5 on Craigslist? I sold diapers. I sold strollers. I sold every purse in my closet that was not the one carrying my money. I sold my perfume. Used perfume on Craigslist for $3 here and $2 here because I knew if I could collect $20, a bottle of peppermint could change my kids' lives, and those things were not. I was personally desperate for more product. There isn't like, oh, maybe. Ring out quickly. When you get passionate about an idea, move on it quickly. People pick up your passion. People feel your emotions. And so when you have an inspiration, whether it's to do a quick video about a product or to do something that moves you and your team, do it now. Do it now, do it now, do it now. People needed oils yesterday. Sometimes you have to do the math for members. I had a frontline member who would order 200 or 300 PV. I'd call her and say, Melinda, you need to get on Essential Oils. I know. Melinda, you need to get on Essential Oils. I know. She didn't get on Essential Oils until I went back at her last 5 orders, and I did the math of how much money she left on the table by not doing Essential Oils. Guess what happened that night? She got on Essential Oils. Keep it simple. This is mainly an education tip. Our education should be simple enough that they regurgitate it. This was a painful lesson for me. I had a member come stand at my door. She was picking up something, and she said, I went over to so-and-so's class last night. I said, oh good, was it fun? She said, yeah, it was different than yours. I said, of course, everybody's class is going to be different. She said, no. It made me believe I could do it. Just a moment. Get up, be nice, fix yourself. Get up, be nice, fix yourself. Get up, be nice, fix yourself. I'm so glad you had a good time. To go back to my PowerPoint and goodbye monitor beats, delete. Goodbye sesquiterpenes, delete. Goodbye properphenols. Speak life. Speak life over your team and speak life over yourself because your words create vision. Some of these powerful words are the 2 words, when you. When you hit silver, when you hit gold, when you're spending over 300 PV a month, when you have a house full of harsh chemical-free products, when you can say your home is, when you is very powerful. This happened to me, again, just a few weeks after I had enrolled in Young Living, and I came to the convention. It was just a few weeks. I ran into my upline, and I was trying to figure out like what all the lanyards meant. I didn't know. Mine says Senior Star, so I thought that had to be a cool one, but and so I said to my upline, I said, okay, so the only like gauge I had was that I saw Scott and Brenda Schuler walk down the hall, and they looked like sex, drugs, and rock and roll, but it was more like rock and roll Louis Vuitton and lavender. I'm like, oh man, who are they? So I asked my upline, so, like, when will you be the next Frank? She said, when you make executive, I'll make the next Frank. I was like, I don't even know what executive means. I don't even know if I want to be your executive, lady. When I make executive. But what happened in my brain, she planted the seed. What happened the next time I logged on? What are the qualifications for an executive? Oh. Maybe I could do that. I could do that. Executive. That sounds kind of fun. Executive. Wants are not met. This is the power of language. I want something means you're lacking something. Wants are not met, but standards are. So we raise our standard on our speech about speaking life over people. We're raising our own standards. Those get met. You have certain standards in your life. Your bills are paid because that's a standard, right? I hope so. You have standards. You can make your speech a part of those standards. Really quickly, I'm going to go through some verbal ways to help reluctant people. One of those is connection, humanness. Now, when I say connection and humanness, I mean what's really connectable and human. I don't mean a nervous breakdown. Okay? You do not have to have a nervous breakdown to be vulnerable. Some of that stuff you need to tuck it in. We've all been the mom who? We've all been the mom who drove our kids to school without shoes. Right? I mean, not me personally, my kids have never been to school. Ballet shoes. I've driven my daughter to ballet without her ballet shoes. Okay, here's a very powerful one. I know how you feel, I felt it too, this is what I found. Feel, felt, found. We can't tell people they're wrong. If they say, we don't have $50 a month for Century Awards, you can't say, yes you do, because your nails are done and you're drinking Starbucks all day. We can't say that to people because that's rude. But we can say, I know how you feel. When I first started, I thought, wow, that's kind of pricey. But I felt so inclined to keep digging into the value of these oils. What I found was when I really valued them, my values shifted, and I did what it took to get them. Feel, felt, found. We can't break people down